Hello everybody, welcome to the White Tiger Tarot. Thank you so much for being with me here and welcome to day 8 of our tarot event. Now if you don't know about this, every day starting at December 12th, we have been doing a tarot event, so there's been some kind of advent goodie going on my channel, whether that be a reading or a contest or some little fun goodie that we've got going on, and it's going until the 23rd of December. All right, so welcome. This is one of those events. Okay, this is our day 8, and today our goodie is a pick a card about this next season and how it's activating your North Node. Okay, so this pick a card is how is this next season affecting your North Node? Okay, so of course you can know what your North Node is by your birth chart, okay, and you can look into this yourself, but you can still, if you don't know your date of or your time of birth or your North Node, you can still benefit from this reading by just going with intuitively which pile you feel, okay, and it will still be the message you need. It will still be activating in your life. All right, so we are going to determine and this can help you determine which pile is yours, okay, this way, by our numbers, okay? So choosing our piles, we pick numbers from 1 to 12, all right? And usually this could be just a random number, a life path number, birthday, birth month, but in this particular reading, we're going to use these numbers to determine or help you figure out maybe which pile is yours. Now, this does not make this pile indefinitely. You could also pick a different pile if it calls to you, okay? So this is just an option. But let's say we can determine which is our North Node or which pile is ours by the kind of main month that our North Node is in. So for example, my North Node is Sagittarius. Okay, so I would pick the month of December, which would be number 12. All right, since that is the main month of Sagittarius. Okay, so that can help you pick your pile. And yeah, it doesn't have to be the way you pick. It's just a fun option for today. It might help us along. It might help you, be able to find your message easier today. All right, so let's get into it here. Pile number 1 has the matted little red ornament. And I'm now going to close my eyes and pick the numbers for pile number 1. Okay. And see which months, which North Nodes we have for pile number 1. Okay, so we have 3. So the third month is March, and that would be Pisces. Okay, the main sign of March for the longest period of time would be Pisces. Okay, so that's how I'm kind of determining it. So pile 1, North Node, Pisces. And also, sorry, I forgot to mention, we have 12 numbers, 3 piles. We're going to have 4 numbers per pile. Okay, and we have the 10th month. All right, so this is going to be October, which would be Libra. Okay, so North Node in Libra. We have number 8, which would be August. Okay, so Leo, North Node in Leo for pile number 1. And finally, we have number 12. So December, Sagittarius. Okay, North Node in Sagittarius for pile number 1. Pile number 2 has the matte gold ornament. Closing my eyes. Okay, pile number 2 has the second month, which is February, and that would be Aquarius. Okay, so north node in Aquarius. We have the 11th month, which would be November, so north node in Scorpio. We have the 6th month, which is June, so north node in Gemini. Sorry, I was going to say Cancer, but it's Gemini. Gemini, and the first month, okay, January, so north node in Capricorn for pile number 2. Okay, pile number 3 has the small shiny ornament. And the north nodes for pile number 3 are 4th month, April, Aries. Okay, north node in Aries. 9th month, September, north node in Virgo. 5, May, north node in Taurus. And 7, July, north node in Cancer. Okay, so those are our piles today. I'll give you a few moments to meditate on these piles here, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1, whose north nodes, if you're choosing your pile this way. Okay, we have Pisces, Libra, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay, now if you skip the intro, this is how I determined the north nodes for each pile. It is an optional way to pick your pile. You can always just use your intuition or the way you enjoy picking your pile, of course, and that will be your reading. But for those who would like to use this method, okay, I use the numbers from 1 to 12 as a month. Okay, and so each main month of the signs is what I chose. So the 3rd month would be March, which is Pisces. 10th month is October, which is Libra. 8th month is August, which is Leo. And the 12th month, which is December, and is Sagittarius. Okay. And your little matte red ornament. All right, let's see our first oracle cards that we have out, which is what is activating in your north node this season. Okay. So we have the Secret of Camelot, the Authority of Spirit. Wow. She's holding the sword. There's also like a gateway here and a castle in the background. Wow, interesting. And we have the crystal path, mineral spirits, crystal beings. And there's another lit up pathway to a portal here. Interesting. Okay, then we also have 4th house, home and family, healthy roots, which is the Chariot and the High Priestess. Emotional safety, roots, foundations, ancestry, past, mother, femininity, nurture, real estate, domestic life, and happiness. And then we have change. And romance. Beautiful. Okay. So, wow. Definitely a season of change and transformation here within you, with you guys around, definitely around the home. And I love that we have healthy roots and there's like this bark and this heart. And we also have this tree here, right? So there's something here deeply about roots, setting down roots, right? Growth. There's a shift. Maybe there's a shift in the home. Maybe there's a shift in a relationship, right? Maybe there's a deepening of a commitment or coming closer together. Maybe you guys are going through a season of change, or maybe this next season for you is about meeting someone and rooting down, in a home, or rooting down together and creating a safe space together, creating a family together. There is massive, massive changes around your home and family, and especially around a significant connection, okay? Significant romance, whether that is you meeting somebody or that's you deepening with somebody in a new way, okay? And so both of these cards, it's interesting to me because they both have a lit path. There's a lit doorway, right? We also see a castle here in the background, so we have that sense of home, like you're about to embark upon a new journey within a home, maybe buying a home, creating a home, or just feeling more at home, feeling more rooted in self, in where you are and who you're with, okay? But these cards are very interesting because this woman, right, says the authority of spirit, the secret of Camelot. She's holding a sword. She's being trusted. She's basically someone who's here to communicate spirit, right, to many people. But it also talks about us being in certain maybe family situations, or just in life, like bureaucratic situations, could be within, just life in general, in family, in, going out and doing, your banking or your daily tasks. This is saying you might be around a lot of people who are not connected with their own sense of spirit or spirituality or intuition, but you are here to wield the sword of spirit, right? You're almost here to hold space and hold the light, and to not get bogged down by other people who don't understand, or who don't see you, who don't see, maybe what you're trying to create here, your own unique thing that you've got going on. That there's going to be maybe energies surrounding you that try to bring you back down to earth, or who just misunderstand maybe your intentions or what you're creating, or maybe who you're with even, okay? But this also is saying that this next season you are gaining access to something very unique, and it's deepening your gifts, it's deepening your spirituality. And I think there's something here about like love and home and family being very connected with that, right? So you might be creating something unique of your own, which maybe other members of your family or friends, don't quite understand the methods or the ways in which, you live, or you do this thing, or like the people you surround yourself with or with, okay? Or the method of, you bringing up a child, or like where you want to live even. Okay, but it's very unique to you. And it's like you're gaining access to something very, very unique and very different. Okay, it also does mention mineral spirits and crystal beings that could, I'm taking that more as a loose message, a loose guidance, but it could be very literal for a lot of you guys, where you could be connecting more with spirit, maybe using grounding stones, right, to really make your home or make your new space feel good. Maybe it's a cleansing of this space, right? It's like a cleansing and an energizing, and maybe there's going to be, new work in this certain area that sparks your interest, or a deepening in that as well. Okay, so very interesting. Let's get some more messages here. Yeah, so we have the Six of Swords and we see a family here. So whether this is you creating your own family or maybe you just spending more time with your, your parents, your siblings, your friends that feel like family, this next season is you really connecting in with that. And it's interesting because usually when we have a North Node in something, it's destined for us. It's destined for us to reach. And it's something that maybe we haven't had in a past life, or something that we've come a long way from the beginnings of our lives, right? Maybe the beginnings of your life wasn't about family, right? Maybe you didn't have a solid family or parents that were together. Maybe you didn't have a big family. Maybe you were only child or something like that. And so it's interesting because your North Node is all about family. It's all about setting roots and connection, right? And romance, right? And sticking together and creating a lot of peace and a lot of love around your home space. And I think you specifically are being entrusted with this. It's like, it almost feels like, yeah, like the castle at the end of a long story, and like you're being honored, you're being given access to this thing, to this home, to this family, to this connection, right? That maybe you never thought would be possible. Maybe even, I wouldn't be surprised, at a certain point in your life, you were almost rejecting that idea, or, very turned off of having a family or creating a family or marriage or kids. Okay. So yeah, Six of Swords is now this change, right? It's transition. So we are currently transitioning into this next season. It's like we're in the midst of this transition of moving into, this connection with our North Node, and reaching this kind of destined moment, right? Where we enter the portal and we find our castle, we find our destination, this thing that maybe has eluded us for a long time, or this thing in our lives that, maybe never felt possible, or even you rejected at one point, right? So this is about a massive change and shift happening within you and within your life. Yeah, this Nine of Wands tells us that exact message, is that our lives have been, filled with trials and tribulations and a lot of difficult moments, and probably, a lot of karma that we had to clear in order for us now to be transitioning into this spot, because now we're ready, right? Now we're ready to take this on. Now we're almost opening up to this, okay? Oh, I apologize. I think I forgot to turn on my mic. Let me do that really quick. So I apologize. The sound might be different. Okay, there we go. Now it's on. So I apologize for the difference of sound there. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups. So yeah, we may have been waiting for this actually for quite a while now, right? Maybe we've been done our healing, or it felt like that, felt like we're ready, like where's this home, or where's this connection? I'm tired, it's been a long time of me trying to get here, trying to get myself into this space, trying to reach this rooted place of happiness, domestic life, foundations, emotional safety. And so there's been a lot of like this waiting and this, where is it, And so, oh, look at this. I was about to put this deck away, and then I'm like, no, look at the bottom, the world. Okay, so you are successfully completing this past cycle, and you are reaching your North Node. Okay, this is being activated in your life, and it is ending this cycle of waiting and discontentment, right? Nine of Wands, exhaustion about it. Where is it? It always not working out, or something goes wrong. That is coming to a completion. So you're really going to feel on top of the world. You're really going to feel that elation, that it's done. This time of my life is over, and now I really get to, have and settle into this beautiful family connection, these roots, this home. Okay, so it's time to start feeling that groundedness, that rootedness in your heart. Beautiful. Just going to take a sip of my drink. Okay. Page of Cups. So yeah, a lot of you, there's a child coming. Okay, see a child coming. For others of you, this is like new love. It's new love, whether that be a person, or it's like something you find or something happens that it's like, oh my gosh, this is the thing, right? This is the thing I've been waiting for. And it's like jumping for joy. Here it is, right? It's the home, it's the baby, it's the partner, right? It's this new loving beginning, and it's this cherished thing, right? That you've held in your heart, right? That you've been changing for, that you've been becoming for. Let's get some more. Yeah, Ten of Wands. You've really been I think you've been clearing a lot of karma to prepare yourself for this. Right? It's like you had all this stuff to look at, to go through, right? Boxes and boxes of karma that we were just carrying with us over and over again. And every time we got so tired, like we wanted to stop. We wanted to rest here. It's okay. I can't keep going, and getting disappointed, or, it not working and not happening. This is about to end. You're about to be freed of this heavy, burdensome, hard, long path and energy that we've been on. Okay. Put these away. Yeah, the Hangman. You felt stuck, stagnant, hung up. Wow, look at that. King of Cups. And Judgment. Again, a lit pathway you're about to step upon. Okay, it's almost time. It's time. You're transitioning into this now. It's an awakening, right? This new beginning, this page. There it is. Oh my gosh, it's here. And then the grounding, the rootedness, and the healing that it gives you, the readiness, right? That I'm ready to step on this path. I'm ready to have this. I'm ready to hold this. So it might come in, the form of something sparking, right? Something new, like someone asking you out. Or, the pregnancy test is positive. Or, the house, it's like, oh, this one's interesting, and okay, deciding this is the one. And then it's like, okay, we're beginning to embark upon this North Node path, this awakened path, like this next level of our journey, of our lives, that is here to mature us in this new way. And again, right, the Cancer, right, the fourth house, we have Cancer here, the water, right? I mean, you could call this Scorpio as well. I mean, any one of the water signs, but this is what's representing Cancer for us in this heart home energy. Okay, so you could find this in someone who really comes into your world and becomes hugely a part of your world, right? Your love, you settling into, this rootedness, this feeling of groundedness and nurturing, right? You're starting to nurture something, be in something, someone, right? That changes you for the best, that changes you for the better, and really helps you embody your North Node, why you came here. This really compassionate, heart-opening, nurturing side of you. Yeah, ripeness. Love that. It's time. It's divine timing. You're ready. You're ready. They're ready. It's ready. The whole thing's ready to go. It's ready to drop. Okay, this is divine timing. They're like, it is time. You're ready. It's happening. Okay. It's happening. It's grounding. It's falling to the ground. It's falling in. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords with morality. So this is how you're feeling, tied up, limited, confused, like, I don't know, is this happening? Is this going to work? Right? It feels limiting, right? And I think you had to wait for the right timing. I feel like you couldn't control the outcome of this. Look at that. 10 of Cups, harmony, and the Hierophant with no thingness. Okay. The time needed you to come. Look how opposite these energies are. Like tied up, right? Limited thinking, limited beliefs, right? Limiting thoughts. We had to wait till we were in heart and mind coherence, in total balance, and learned the lessons, right? Maybe letting go of all of these shoulds or shouldn'ts or these certain attachments and things and limitations, right? Until we were completely open and willing and faithful to the energy, right? And just being in alignment, right, with the timing, with where we are and with what's going on. So there was a deep lesson that we were learning here, but now it's time for us to align to our North Node, which is us rising into more spiritual power, okay, and fulfillment, us aligning to harmony within ourselves, within our higher path, right, our higher selves, what our heart truly desires, what our third eye imagines for ourselves, right, and living out that true fulfillment, right, that is our higher path, our higher selves leading the way, being in alignment with Source, being trusted by Source to lead and to grow in these new ways now. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. The Lovers, okay. So really, again, that's a card of harmony. It's a card of balance, okay, within you, coming into deep self-love, and also coming into a deep connection of love and harmony within someone else, within romance, within, your child, right? Creation, your home. It's time for life to come into full harmony, full view, all right, within yourself and within your connections around you, and just feeling that grounded safeness, that home, that yes, my heart is full, my heart is happy, my heart is healed. Timing is ready. You are so ready. You are ripe for the picking. Okay, pile number 1. That was your North Node activation reading that is occurring for you. I want to say right now, it's already in transition. It's already in the midst of this change and in this happening. It's like it's already working, okay? So thank you so much for coming to this reading today. I hope it resonated with you. in some way, please let me know in the comments if it did. And yeah, thank you so much for joining and being a part of this tarot advent that we've got going on the channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow for day 9 of our advent. Okay, so thank you so much. All of them, I love you guys. Peace. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your North Node activation reading. So how is your North Node being activated in this next season, or in this season that we're basically coming into? Okay, this is day 8 of our Tarot Advent event, so welcome. If you do not know what this is all about, I've been posting every day since December 12th, and I will continue to until the 23rd. Okay, little goodies as like an advent calendar type of thing. And I just thought that would be really fun for us to do. And just as a thank you to you guys for just showing up and being so beautiful and wonderful in your support, in your comments. I just really appreciate every single one of you guys. And just if you missed the intro, today, how we kind of decided to choose our pile. If you want to, totally optional, choose your pile how you wish. But I thought it would be fun, since we're doing North Node and we have piles from 1 to 12, to choose our pile via the month that our North Node inhabits. Okay, so for example, you have 2, which would be the second month, February, and the main sign of February is Aquarius. Okay, so this would be North Node in Aquarius. We have the 11th month, November, North Node in Scorpio. The 6th month, June, North Node in Gemini. And the 1st month, January, North Node in Capricorn. Okay, so an option for that, those who want to choose their pile that way. Matte gold ornament for you guys. And let's see what your oracle cards are here to see what is activating this season in your North Node, or for your North Node. Okay, so we have the liminal dance, delicacy, fragility, and transience. I have like some Stonehenge here. We have fairy energy, growth, expansion, flowering. Look at that. That's very cool. Okay. You have Orion, the wise healer, ancient gifts. Wow. Ancient wisdom, mind-heart connection, mental energy, nature lover, free spirit, healer, yang dominant, colorful, weirdo. We have Chiron, the wounded healer, transforming pain into growth, emotional and spiritual wounds, inner trauma, deep struggles, healing wisdom, insights, healing power, key to helping others. Wow. Some kind of Chiron gift is being activated within you guys. Some kind of ancient healing, some growth and expansion here. Wow. And you have Aquarius, I inspire. And you guys also had Aquarius. Someone's North Node is definitely being highlighted here, if your North Node is Aquarius. Being you makes you a star, eccentric, unique, visionary, original, inventive, progressive, independent, creative, distant, detached, and cold. Okay. And then we have home. Interesting. Pile 1 also had cards that reflect the home. So maybe check those out if you feel called. Creativity. And abundance. Wow. Amazing. There is a lot being lit up for you here. Pile 2. There is a lot for you guys. Growth, expansion, flowering. Like there is so much that is growing, like your home, your creativity, your abundance. I think you're really coming into your own here in your gifts, in your spiritual gifts. Okay, transforming pain into growth. We have growth, right? So you could have had a very difficult past, a very difficult path, okay? We see that here also with delicacy, fragility, transience. It's like, it's a very delicate balance, right? To keep these rocks on each other, but once they're on, they last a life, they last, you know, thousands of years, you know, a lot of them. So there's something here about really using your emotional pain or traumas, right, to create something really beautiful for yourself. And so what you guys are reaching here in this next, what's being activated is your deep, unique, spiritual, but creative powers. Okay, that's really going to help you grow in abundance and maybe, you know, allow you to settle into a home or create a space in your home for something that you do, right? There's something here about really settling in to your powers and to what it is you do and getting comfortable there, right? So there's something, some kind of ancient gifts makes you a star. You could literally be shining, growing, expansion, your work, what it is you do. You could be gaining more followers or clients, just huge growth, right? You just really taking off, because I feel like you're finding a place of balance. Okay, you're finding a place of stability, right? The dance, maybe finding a perfect dance between home life and your creativity and your work and your abundance. And it feels like all of these things are coming into a beautiful flow, a beautiful dance, a beautiful balance that is leading to prosperity, growth, expansion, your gifts flowering, you flowering, okay, you being seen on a bigger scale. Okay, all of this stuff is, it's like all of it was amazing soil. All of the, I think you have really took what was given to you and have you pushed it and used it to create your amazing gifts, okay, that are now going to be seen on a larger scale or appreciated or welcomed in a way they haven't been yet, to a level, to a scale they have not been yet. You're very unique, visionary. Yeah, and we see here too, weirdo. Like you're very unique, very different. Yeah, we see the stars here, like you being a star, you shining is really going to help your abundance. It's really going to take off in this next season. Stop it. We have the star. Are you kidding me? So we literally have the star, which is more Aquarius energy. Like if you were an Aquarius, seriously, North Node, like look out, okay? Especially no matter what, you know, you landed on this pile. So this is your message no matter what, but wow. Like star, being you makes you a star. Look at this. You are such a bright light. You are going to bring your light, your offering, whatever that looks like for you, okay, to somewhere, to something, to someone, okay, and it's going to take off. It's really going to, or it's going to grow and expand in such a beautiful way. This is your time to flower. This is your time to shine brighter, bigger, make a bigger impact, okay? This is really an amazing time. I think you have found some balance, some dance within you, and it's like you're glowing beyond what you've ever what you've been able to glow to before. It doesn't make sense, but you know what I'm saying. It's like something about you is just shimmering. It's undeniable. You're really reaching something here. really accessing something about your beauty, your path, your uniqueness. It's like you're really getting in touch with that, and it's like it's time to grow that. It's time to really focus on that. I mean, Ace of Pentacles, prosperity begins. There it is, the abundance, right? It's time for the abundance to start. And maybe for some, that's like getting a good space, a safe space to really focus in on your creativity, on, you know, spending more time, your own space in some way that really helps you grow and helps you like zone in. For others, this could be, you know, you shining brighter, gaining more popularity, more, you know, money, clients, that kind of thing. And it just grows very rapidly, and it helps you, you know, settle down somewhere, you know, find your own place, that kind of thing. So we have the Hermit with solitude. And we have the Ace of Wands, passion ignited. So we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Two aces surrounding two major arcana. The Hermit and the Star. And interestingly enough, right, the Hermit has the Star in his lantern, right? This is reminding me of the Chiron, transforming pain into growth. You have been in maybe a period or a long period of growth, of change, of transformation, okay, of learning, right? There's something here about kind of holding back or diminishing yourself, or just maybe not on purpose. Maybe it was just to learn, to grow, to practice, whatever it may be. But it's time now to let it out, right? Or it's going to be seen brighter, right? Where you're not going to be this hidden away thing anymore, like this, you know, very unknown thing, or maybe only a few people know about you, only a few companies know your name, or whatever it might be. This is time for your name to be known. This is time for your work to be known, for you to be known. And this could be, you know, a passion that you never knew you had being ignited, right? Where it's like, oh my gosh, this gift is now, you know, it's inspired me. It's here, you know, it's uncovered. Or this could be something new, a new level, or a spiritual, ancient gift that gets unlocked, right? That gets lit up. And it's like, it's just the thing. It just allows you to expand into such a beautiful, big way. Okay. So let's see. Strength. Wow, the Devil. Shows how heavy your path has been. Look at that, the Fool. I'm just going to say, and it's lightning, right? You're lightning. Your path is lightning. The Fool is a new beginning. And look at that, you're rising to power with the Four of Pentacles. And this is also that home, that safety, that stability, right? Your power is rising. You have shown strength and power and courage and faced some kind of darkness, right? The pain, the trauma, right? The inner wounds. This was your healing power, okay? There's something about your pain or your trauma that you face, that you overcame, that you came into balance with, right? Some kind of fear or darkness that you uncovered in this hermit zone, okay? But that was the key to your healing. That was the key to your gifts. And that was the key to you, right? Uncovering you and owning you as a star, right? You are a star. Being you makes you a star, right? So you just had to uncover those things within you that made you that way, or that allowed you to see that part of yourself. And I think you have done that. You have faced that. You have come into balance. You have healed, right? You have unlocked the chains. And so the Fool is a freeing, right? It's a rise to power. It's a rise to stability, abundance, okay? A home, a feeling of safety, a feeling of comfort. Oh my gosh, beautiful. And through your own creativity, through your own power of healing and healing self. Look at that, success, 6 of Pentacles. I mean, it's just so clear, right? You are going to receive so much success. You're going to be known from people by the work that you do, or the work that you show, or how you show up. Right? You are going to get paid big time. It's your time to receive. It's your time to be in the light. The Lovers, right? To come into deep harmony with yourself and with what you're meant to do, right? It's time to be intertwined with your North Node, right? With your destiny, with love, with light, with success. Yeah, Princess of Swords, the activist, is the Page. It's your voice, right? Your voice, this new, exciting form of who you are, right? And not shying away, being loud, being proud, being open. Yeah, it's like you're really, I think, coming into a divine balance within yourself, masculine and feminine, that is allowing you to set forth on this new path. Look at these, Princess and the Fool. It's like so ready, so open, karma's cleared, new gifts. Yeah, love it. Okay, let's see where else we're gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna do an oracle before we go. That vanishing mirror, ego sublimation. This is literally like they're saying, like, you're literally walking away from a whole old self, an old life. Like it's the end, right, of this healing. You're healing your wounds, healing this part of yourself, right? This attachment, these traumas, these fears, whatever this was that maybe plagued you or plagued your life. You have come on the other side of it. This is saying, this is a huge ego death for you, and this is the end of the past. This is about you reaching the other side, becoming who you're meant to become, right? Reaching a larger path, an expansion, a larger group of people, your work reaching more people. This is about you becoming who you're meant to be. That is what the North Node is. Look, I mean, look at this. Sky Bridge, possibility for union. Look at us reaching, crossing the threshold up into the sun. We are lifting. We are expanding, growing. It's time for the next level. We are coming into union with our higher self, union with our North Node, with our destiny. Okay? And the cosmic womb, the divine feminine. Look at this. It's like we're just stating we are in the womb. We are going to be born again, born new. We are transforming. We are changing. We are shifting and growing into something new, into someone new. And our lives are doing the same thing, right? Wow. Wow. Beautiful. We're coming into union. We're in the midst. This process is still in the growth period, but you are coming out very, very soon. Okay, so I would have no doubt that this starts and begins very quickly, very shortly. All right, but this next season, that is what you're doing. There is an old self, a past life coming to an end, right? An ego death, and the union of the new, the union of you and your higher self melting together, of your ancient gifts, right, forming, of you becoming a star, of you reaching out, becoming bigger, growth happening beyond, I think, what you can imagine right now, your power. Like, it's just huge. It's beautiful. So in this next season, you are rising here. You are a rising star. Pile number 2. So beautiful. Thank you so much for coming to this reading today. I hope this reading reached you. I hope it helps you in some way. I hope it resonated. Please let me know in the comments if it did. Also, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you so much. This was our day 8 of the Tarot Advent. Tomorrow will be another goodie, okay, and that will be day 9. So I will see you guys tomorrow for the 9th day of Advent. All right, thank you so much. All of my love. Peace. Hello, hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your North Node activation this season reading, okay? So what is being activated in your North Node? Maybe it's being activated in general, or maybe there's a certain aspect of it that's being activated. We're going to take a look, all right? And also, welcome to day 8 of our Tarot Advent, okay? Welcome. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I've been posting every day some kind of goodie as like an Advent calendar type of deal since December 12th, and will be going until the 23rd, okay? So, welcome, all right? And also, if you missed the intro, how I decided to choose or do the piles today, which is totally optional, okay? Choose the pile how you wish, but I thought it would be fun to, since we have 1 to 12 of our numbers, which is how we usually pick our pile, or it has an option to pick our pile, to have, since they represent each month, right, to allow you to pick your pile this way, where we'll have the number represent a month, which represents your North Node. So for example, I know that may be confusing. Okay, so we have number 4 here, which is April, okay? 4th month is April, which would be Aries. So if you have your North Node in Aries, you can pick your pile that way. We have 9, which is September, which would be Virgo. Okay, 7, which is July, which would be Cancer, and 5, which is May and would be Taurus. Okay, so those are for those who know their North Node, who want to find out their North Node. But if you don't know and you don't have any way to know, that's totally okay. You can just choose your pile with your intuition or with a number that you enjoy. Maybe it's a favorite, an angel number. Okay, totally up to you. But that's what we got going on. Okay, so your pile also had the shiny little red ornament. And we're going to check your cards here, okay? What is activating in your North Node this season? Wow, so we have the Seer, future prospects, decisions to make, and seeking advice. It's interesting because I think the 3rd pile had this card before, which is very interesting. And we have sacred journey, introversion, seeker, self-knowledge. Wow, very cool. This lit path to this doorway, this man ushering you into this portal. Seeking guidance, seeker, self-knowledge. Okay, wow, 8th house, transformation, death and rebirth, baggage, trauma, metamorphosis, endings, magic, mystery, occult, sex, underworld, crisis, other people's money, inheritance. And the sun, light of the masculine, a boost of energy, conscious ego, creative life force, leadership, personal power, confidence, expression, vitality, yang, self-centered. Good vibes. Very good. Strength. And success. Beautiful. A little bit, yeah. I know it's a bit awkward, but that to me is as balanced as we could get with these shapes. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I definitely see there's almost an ending and a growth. With you guys, it almost feels a little more subtle than the other piles, but I feel like it's because you're already very powerful of a person. Okay, you might already be on this path of seeker, and that might not be for everyone. Okay, but the seeker self-knowledge, right? There's a pathway that is lit up to something deeper. There's almost the snake eating its tail. It's almost like we're coming to a new cycle of life and of good vibes and success. Like where your keen sense of intuition, of powers might be deepening. It may be for some of you, but I think for most of you, this is already something known to you, and it's just a deepening, okay? Deepening of your gifts, a deepening of your power, okay? A boost of energy. There's something about what you do, your work, your path, getting a boost of energy, boost of strength. It's like you're becoming stronger in your gifts, talents, abilities, right? In what it is you do. The vibes are getting better. Your vibes are getting better. I feel like you're getting more on point, right? You might even be doing a little bit of learning or growing to expand your capabilities or your knowledge on something. But you're basically reaching a deeper level of success, okay, in this next season, okay? That's what's being activated in your North Node. Future prospects, right? There's like a lot of prospects, maybe a lot of projects, a lot of people wanting to work with you. New prospects that maybe you're engaging with, that you're deepening into, okay? So there might even be a lot of time that you spend alone. That might be very important for you, right? So that you can kind of fill yourself, so that you can open up and almost receive these gifts. That seems to be kind of, there might be more of a period of solitude, self-growth, self-learning, or that might be just like more attractive to you in this next season, okay, to really receive what it is you need. But it's interesting because there is this vast difference here with the 8th house, death, and then the sun, right? We see that with strength as well. It's a similar energy here. So it's like, yes, there's this deep introspective Scorpio transformation, going into the depths to almost learn, to grow, to transform something, to have a rebirth, right? And then there's this period of huge, outward, boost of energy, life force, power, you maybe come into a deeper sense of leadership, or you might express yourself in a new, different way that's more out there, okay? But you're feeling stronger in your gifts and what you do. And I'm seeing the panda, eating the good stuff, right? Eating the bamboo. It's it's feeling in your element. It's feeling in your element. It's feeling more successful. I think you've got a real good handle on something. You're feeling stronger within yourself and what it is you do. And so there's just this growth and expansion and almost this deepening, going deeper down into who I am or deeper down into my gifts. And then getting able to almost expand on the outer in a larger way. It's growing deeper and then being able to grow outwardly in a more expansive way, which is really, really beautiful. It's like your tree is growing. So you're able to reach deeper down into the roots, touch deeper water, right? With that 8th house. There's deeper emotions that you're going to be able to reach into and feel and understand. And then there's going to be, higher heights that you're going to be able to reach with your branches, more people that you can reach, more people that you can understand and maybe connect with, vibe with. Okay, this is the only deck. This is the Medieval Feathers Tarot. It's the only deck I take reversals because there are specific meanings here. All right, so we have the Seven of Coins, acceptance. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse with accommodation. And we have the Four of Cups upright with family. Obstinate, the bottom. Okay, this is interesting. So I'm almost getting there's a deeper sense of self-acceptance, acceptance in who you are and what it is you do, maybe what your gifts are. And it feels like you're becoming maybe more open with your family and like less, this accommodation makes me think of like hiding yourself or hiding your emotions or hiding your true feelings or maybe your true self or your gifts to accommodate other people, right? It doesn't have to be your family. It could be, you know, it could be your space of work or what it is you do to kind of maybe make people more comfortable. There's something about that. There's something that's coming into a deeper sense of acceptance of who I am, what my path is, what my gifts are, and a sense of self-love so that I'm not making myself closed off or hidden away to make other people more comfortable or to accommodate something else or some other energy here or some other people here. I think you're really coming into maybe building your own soul family, right? That it loves and accepts you. That's also a message here of the less you accommodate people, right, into closing off or to limiting yourself, the more you get connected with soul groups, soul family, soul tribe, right? You get attracted to these energies, to these people. And it might even be your current family and like you're like, I'm just not going to do this anymore, right? They can, you know, accept me or not, but I really feel like there's a good outcome from this, a very good outcome from this. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups, memories of love. We have the Hierophant, wisdom. And we have the Emperor with authority. We have 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So in this next season, this is this like acceptance card. There's something from our past, or there maybe this accommodation, right, was a behavior that we picked up as a kid, right, to make other people comfortable, to not, you know, rock the boat, to do anything, you know, whatever, to make people feel uncomfortable in any way. We're letting that go. We're coming into self-acceptance and self-love and like acceptance of who we are and what we are, which is allowing us to step into our true power and authority, and that wise authority, right? This confidence, this stability in myself, this inner strength, right? In the physical, in my leadership, and who I am and how I show up, right? And the energy I bring to the table, and just being confident in who I am and not hiding myself away or shying away. And then this deep wisdom of like, yeah, this is the wisdom of all of these lessons. And this is your North Node, is to know what you bring, right? To know what you bring to the table. and to show up with that authority, right? That you do have these gifts, that you are a seer, or you are this person that has a lot of strength and wisdom to share or to help with, to serve with, okay? And that's nothing to be ashamed of or to be, afraid to open up about, okay? To be afraid to be who you are and to say certain things that, it's okay if other people can't handle it or don't agree or, whatever. It's coming into just being like, you know what, this is who I am and I accept that and I love that. And, these old ways, I'm putting them to bed. I'm putting them to rest. And this is going to give you immaculate vibes, right? Just beautiful energy, shining, glowing, because it's coming from a place of true wisdom and true lessons. And it's really going to allow you to shine, because look at that. You're in balance, right? You're in total balance now. And harmony, balance and harmony. I mean, beautiful. I think every single group has gotten the lovers, and the word harmony, right? It's time to come into divine harmony and balance, divine love within yourself, your masculine and feminine. This is your season of that, right? To completely love and accept yourself, all parts of you, all parts of what you do, and to just be on your page, right? To just be your best friend, your biggest promoter, your biggest, whatever it might be, to just show up in that sense of confidence of self, right? Be on your team, right? Harmony within yourself and balance and, amazing. Okay. Have the Knight of Wands with intensity. So a lot of intense action, movement, progress in this next season. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands with stress. And we have the Wheel of Fortune with change. So this to me feels like there is a time of stress that we are moving away from, that is changing, that is shifting. Or maybe we're doing too much, right? Maybe we're trying to push something, or maybe these are other people's like opinions or thoughts that we're letting kind of crowd our energy, or feeling like we have to defend ourselves, or feeling like we have to do too much to impress somebody or to look a certain way. That seems to be ending here in this next chapter. That is what's shifting and changing. There's things that are stressing us out, that we are moving on from, that we are dropping, that we are letting go and moving away from, and moving into playfulness, right? I just saw also 1717 on the timer there, which is the star card. Okay, we are accepting ourselves as the star, right? And we're having fun with it, and we're releasing, like, no more stress, right? It doesn't have to be done with stress and worry and anxiousness, or worrying about what so-and-so will say or think, or if they see this, or if they, if I say this in front of them, what will they think? This is freedom, right? This is freeing ourselves of these things and freeing ourselves into who we're meant to be, and just letting ourselves experience that freedom and that play and who we are, and all of our, strangeness or playfulness or silliness, right? Our uniqueness, really embodying that, really loving that about ourselves, and, not shrinking down to make anyone else feel accommodated or comfortable. The Source. Look at all these wands, right? The Ace of Wands here, right? The source of our happiness, the source of our freedom, a new beginning, right? A new opening, a new level, maybe a new gift, right? Opening up that we get to play with, that we get to, maybe a new even energy center that gets healed, that we get to really feel and grow. And it's like, wow. Again, with the wands, Four of Wands, participation. And this is that energy of that family card, right? Four of Wands, connecting with real family, you being free, being more playful, letting this part of yourself out that is childlike, that is, literally free or playful, is connecting you with family, with soul family, and with soul groups, okay? This is what's connecting you into those who fully see you, accept you, and love you, okay? So this is about total freedom for you in this next chapter. Look at that. Total creative freedom here. The Empress. Self-love, self-nurturing, letting yourself be, right? Not stressing out about things, but letting yourself be and create how you want to create. And look at that, the Eight of Swords. Like no longer being bogged down with these thoughts of guilt and stress from other people, from, what they will think. I've said it all here, but this confusion, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe this will be looked at the wrong way. Whatever all these things are. Guilt, right? Guilt from that was passed along to us, that this is wrong or this should be done. And instead, nurturing ourselves, loving ourselves, embodying what feels right, what feels good to you in the moment, right? What feels good to me? What feels right? Right? What feels creatively inspiring? I'm going to focus on that, and I'm going to feel good, and I'm no longer going to limit myself or hold myself back because of these limiting thoughts, these old beliefs that are just outdated. This is part of the old story, and the new story is success, creative success, freedom, good vibes only, okay? Energy. You are getting so much energy in this next season. All of this Wands, boost of energy with the sun. It's like, yes, there's going to be a period of that internal, that transformative time. But then you take that and it's just like, pa, and you just bust out, right? And there's this massive change, this massive freedom. And you're just connected with all of these really beautiful souls and people that you maybe work with or collaborate with, or maybe people that you just reconnect with, right? And it's just this source of this beauty and this love and this growth within yourself and within your gifts. And you're just feeling the most yourself you've ever felt, and feeling as empowered as you've ever felt. Okay, so wow, beautiful, beautiful energy in this next season, this activation that is occurring in your North Node for this pile. Beautiful. Thank you so much for coming to your reading today, pile number 3. I hope this reading resonated. Please let me know in the comments if it did. Also, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you so much for joining us on this day 8 of this tarot advent and a tarot advent event. And if you would like to join us tomorrow, please do. It'll be day 9, and we'll see what we have going on for that goodie tomorrow. All right, so I will see you guys on the next one. All of my love, pile 3. Peace.